I'm Damien Keith, and in this video we're going to look at using the light sensor to make our robot react to different colours. This sensor here that we're going to be using next is the light sensor, and it measures the amount of light that goes into the sensor. If we navigate to our View command, select the reflected light option. I can see mine is connected to port 3, so let's choose port 3. I can see our sensor has now turned on and there is a little red light coming out. What's happening here is that red light is shining down and the robot is measuring how much of that red light is reflected back up into the sensor. Depending on the surface, a different amount of red light will be reflected back. A white surface gives us a nice high reading, in this case here, 65, 66. A dark surface gives me a much lower reading because that red light is absorbed by the dark surface, giving me a reading of 36. And just the tabletop gives me somewhere in between, 53%. We're going to use this information to make our robot react to different colours on the table. For this challenge, our robot will have a very simple algorithm or set of instructions. We will make the robot drive forward until it sees the edge of the box, and then it will turn around. If we loop those commands over and over again, this will make our robot stay inside the box, constantly turning every time it sees the edge. What's the first thing we need our robot to do? We would like our robot just to start driving. Just like the ultrasonic video showed, we will be using the unlimited command, as we're not really sure how far the robot needs to travel before it reaches that edge of the box. After our robot has started moving, we then use the wait command. And in our case, we are going to use the wait for light, because we want that light sensor on the front of the robot to show us when we've reached the edge. Looking at the configuration panel, I have my light sensor connected to port 3. Check what it is on your robot as well. This is the part that makes this block work, and it says wait until the light gets greater than 50. The first thing we need to think about is, are we looking for a greater than thing to happen or a less than thing to happen? Because we're starting on the table, which had a reading of 53, and driving towards the white edge, which had a reading of 65, we're waiting for a greater than as it goes from 53 to 65. What we will need to do, however, is think about what number are we waiting until we get greater than. We know that our table gives us a reading of 53, so if we wait until it gets greater than 50, it's always going to be triggered. Instead, we want to choose a number halfway between our two values. We have 65 and we have 53. So halfway between them is going to be approximately 59. This means that while the robot is on the table, a reading of 53, 53 is less than 59, the robot will continue to drive forward. As soon as it sees the white edge of the table, a reading of 65, which is greater than 59, it'll allow the program to move to the next instruction. And what do we want that next instruction to be? Well, we'd like our robot to turn around. So I'm going to grab another move block. In this case, we'll do a nice sharp turn. For a certain number of degrees, this isn't so important, we just need to make sure that our robot does a good turnaround. I'm going to choose 500 degrees. So just to recap, make the robot drive forward, wait until the light sensor goes greater than 59, i.e. we see the edge of our box, and then make our robot turn around. What we need to do now is put all 3 blocks inside a loop so that the robot continually repeats this pattern. Using the loop block placed at the front of the program, and we are going to drag in each one of these blocks. So now we are driving forward until we see the white line and turning around. We then loop back to the start so that we drive again until we see the next white line and turn around. Loop back to the start, drive until we see the next white line and turn around, and so on. Let's program this and see how it goes. Here we go. Every time the light sensor sees the white line, it turns around. Not bad at all. What can you do with your light sensor?